In Gavin's fourth lesson, we find his cursed intersection. In both this lesson and the next lesson, he failed on 2 separate occasions at the same intersection for not mapping and tracking road users. So today we're going to do lesson 4. Stick around. We'll be right back with that information.
I'd be so happy if I pass tomorrow.
You will. You will. You only got to hold it together for 20 minutes.
Lesson 4 here, we're going to do something a little bit different. I've broken the longer video down into sections, and you can find those sections in the playlist. Look down in the description there, and you can click on the playlist and go to the separate sections of the video, and it's going to be a little bit easier for you to watch it in chunks. Check that out.
But isn't it like even if you miss one shoulder check, then you fail?
No. No. It's not a critical error.
Oh, so I just had too many little things built up.
Yeah, you demerred it out.
I gotta use the sitting back.
And that's what happens with most people who fail. Very few people fail outright, like on a dangerous action.
Yeah. Yeah, if you let go of the throttle right here, you just coast into 40. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
No, this time it didn't work. It just stayed at 45. That's what my car's gonna look like, I think.
They're good cars if you take care of them. Mine's just about to turn over 350,000.
Mine has over 500,000.
Same engine?
No, they did an engine swap. So like the frame has that long, but I think the engine has like 200,000.
Okay.
This morning or today, I was like thinking about sunroofs, and I was like, wait, does my car have a sunroof? And I looked it up, looked at the picture of it, and it does. And I was so excited. I wonder if like the back seats fold down, because then I can like camp in it.
I don't know. You could Google that easily enough.
Yeah. I kind of just like wait till I get the car, so I can just like spend like 3 hours just looking at it and stuff.
Screw that. Driving it.
Yeah, I guess that too. Well, I don't know how yet.
Yeah, when I was 16, I drove the wheels off of this International Scout pickup truck that I had access to, man. I think I got out of that thing for the whole weekend. That's all I wanted to do was drive. That's why, kids say to me, oh, I'm 25 and I don't have my license. I just... it doesn't compute for me.
Yeah, that would be very fun. I hate public transport so much.
Well, in Vernon I can understand. But when I lived in Melbourne Strive for 7 years. I never even looked at a transit schedule, let alone, and when we lived on a major tram route. You walk down, and the longest you ever waited for a tram was 5 minutes, because the tram came every 8 minutes.
That's awesome. Yeah, trains are pretty awesome, but I hate buses.
Trams, not trains. Trams, like street trolleys.
Oh yeah.
They call them trams. In Australia, they call them trams, and other places they call them trams too.
This is like a street bus.
Yeah, but except it's also called light rail, and it's on a railway track down the center of the road. So there's 4 lanes of traffic. The 2 outside are cars, and then the 2 inside ones are tram tracks. But you could drive on them when the tram's not there.
Yeah.
And it's very cool because it's electric and it's completely silent, except when it's moving, right?
Yeah.
Except I did get caught on the tram tracks one night crossing them in the pouring rain. I went that way and the bicycle went that way.
When I used to bus to work sometimes, like I have to. It took like an hour to get there because there's so many stops. But if I took my electric bike, it would take 11 minutes to get there.
Yep.
And in a car, it would take 11 minutes to get there.
Yep. Transit in small towns like Vernon, like I lived in London, Ontario, the transit system was horrible. It was terrible. I can remember to get from one side of London to the other. And London was at the time, I don't know, 150, 200,000 people. I would budget an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then I moved to Ottawa, and I lived in Ottawa, and I remember a Sunday morning I was getting the train, and I budgeted 2 hours to get from where I lived to the bus, to the train station on the bus. In Ottawa, the buses have their own roads just for transit buses.
Super fast, and they're always on schedule.
Super fast. It was like 15 minutes. I was at the train station. I'm like, now what do I do for an hour and a half?
In some places, it's like super economical, and it's like super practical too because it's nice and fast. Yeah. But yeah.
Other places, it doesn't work at all.
Yeah. Like sometimes Mom would like call a taxi from him. Like, no, I hate taxis because they're just so expensive. I'd just be like, yeah, I'm gonna walk home. But it would take me like I don't think I ever did it, but it would have taken me like 50 minutes. I guess it's gonna be weird coming out of here. Should I just look back up and then go?
No, it's fine. Okay, you just lost demerits for that. Because you could have gone. Don't second guess yourself. Do what you need to do. You know what you need to do.
Yeah. Touchy.
Get your signal on. You're going left. That was my bad. I didn't tell you to go left. Outside, stay outside. There you go. So if you ever get a suction cup on the outside of your car, put it on a tether.
Smart. I'm just gonna straight it right.
Straight. Guy completely did that left turn wrong. Completely wrong. He was way too deep in the intersection. Straight through.
I've never gone straight through this intersection. It's like weird.
It is a little bit weird because it's a bit offset and then you circle to the right. You don't have to touch the brake there, just put your foot over the brake.
Okay.
You'll find that when a lot of people drive, same thing here. Yeah, there you had to slow down. A lot of people overuse the brake. Instead of just covering the brake, they've actually touched the brake, and then what happens is it activates your brake lights.
And it scares the people behind.
Well, then they're thinking, do I need to react to this? Do I need to do something? Whereas you can just say, car, covering the brake. It's the same thing when guys get in those tractor trailers and they got 18 speeds and they're up and down through the gears and they're and it's like, man, you get a job like that all day, 8 hours a day, you are going to be beat up. You are going to be beat up.
It's like when people sprint before, during a run, the first bit.
Yeah. I mean, if that's the kind of thing that you're doing is kind of interval training, it's different, but we'll go right at the controlled intersection. And again, you gotta slow down back there and then slide up to the intersection instead of coming up to the intersection and then boom.
Yeah, I was expecting him to stop like that.
Because what happens is you get to the intersection and then all of a sudden it's like I've got no brakes, there's no traction, something happened, right?
Yeah.
So it's better to be prepared, back a little bit farther, and then move up.
There you go. There you go.
So same thing here. Slow down back here. He's going to be a while getting across the street, right?
Yeah.
And just keep an eye on your center mirror there so nobody's behind you. And he's going to go there. Now signal, shoulder check. Okay, again, we kind of talked about that the other day, right? That if you're going to move over a little bit, mirror signal, shoulder check, and then mirror signal, shoulder check back. Looking. We're going to go right at this intersection. You made the turn. Get your foot into it, and just before you turn, another quick check, make sure there's nobody coming.
Okay.
Turn right at the controlled intersection.
It's so slow.
Yeah. And then it's right there.
Yeah.
And then left at the controlled intersection. Right at the controlled intersection. Nice. Stay back. So always follow so you can see the tires making clear contact with the pavement too, right? When you're in a queue like that. Nice. Nice head movement. Again here, 1, 2, 3 crosswalks in a row. Okay, slow down, because you got that pedestrian walking up there, right? Just check. Okay, we're gonna make a left turn here. Nice. So this way, and then bring your wheels back to straight. So you get your front end over so you can see, right?
Yeah.
I'll send you the left turn video, and it'll show you how to do the jig jog.
That jig jog. That's a fun word.
You got to come up, turn your wheels to the left to move the front of the vehicle out, and then bring your wheels back to straight.
Oh, yeah.
To move the vehicle over so you can see past that vehicle. We'll go right at the controlled intersection.
Mark 4.
Where are you?
Oh. I didn't think about
You
that.
just blocked the intersection.
Yeah.
It's okay, the Pro Tour truck's right in your ass too. Yeah, so just look for those T intersections when you're coming up to a stop there, and make sure you're going to stop before the intersection so you're not blocking the intersection. Go right at the controlled intersection. Right at the controlled intersection. Controlled, not this one. This one. Whoa! You just failed your driver's test. That's a fail. You got to keep track of pedestrians, and if pedestrians are walking at any, you just slow down. This is the place to fall down, though, because this is not dire, but you got to watch those pedestrians. If another road user has to take evasive action for something you did, an automatic fail. So anytime that a pedestrian's walking towards your path of travel, towards the intersection, they're coming out there, be nervous. Like that. That's good. And that guy over there, another hazard. I don't get why people wear masks outside walking around. It's odd. Go right here.
This road is so wide. I can't do that.
Well, you don't have any?
Well, I have them in my desk.
That's not doing you good driving.
I don't think you're allowed to wear a...
Yes, you are.
Oh, really?
It's rubbish. It's a myth.
Oh. Yeah, I was thinking about it, like, because there's a really sunny day on my end test. I just didn't bring them because...
I literally can't drive in this without sunglasses. Left at the controlled intersection. See? Watch this guy here. Lots going on today. It's not like the weekend.
Yeah. Is it this lane or that lane?
This lane here.
Okay.
Always the outside lane, and then that way when you get around the corner, you'll already be in the right-hand lane and won't have to move back.
Oh, yeah.
But I promise you will not make it around here. You might. They lengthened it. Stop. Make sure you stop. If you go into the intersection, you will fail.
over the line now.
That's why I wanted you. No, you're fine. You got stopped before the crosswalk. You are fine. If there's 2 trucks sitting in this lane right here at this light, this is a very short advance green.
Yeah.
There's a good chance if there's 2 vehicles in this lane or 4 cars or like 2 big trucks, there's a good chance you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
That's a good way to get yourself wiped out.
Let's just make lines in the middle of the road so people know exactly how to... I guess there's the tire
Well, the
marks.
lines are all worn out because it's winter, right? It's spring.
Yeah.
See that truck?
Yeah.
That truck weighs 63,500 kilograms. This thing weighs 1,000 kilograms. That thing weighs almost 60 times what your car weighs. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. So for here, I should just drive mostly straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should just follow those lines.
Yeah, just stay to the right of those a little bit. Outside, stay outside, outside, outside. There you go. Now let that guy go ahead of you. That's your defensive. You don't want to track somebody. And where that car just turned, we'll turn right there.
Okay.
Turn left there because there's a possibility they might bring you out there. And that advanced green can be a little tricky. I actually had a class 4 student fail a couple of years ago on that light because she followed the truck into the intersection.
He's going right or left?
Yes, go right, sorry. Right. Shoulder check. As soon as you put that signal on, shoulder check. Mirror signal, shoulder check. Boom. Mirror signal, shoulder check. And we'll go left.
Oh, yeah. They should teach driving like in school, because it just makes sense. Because you go to school to like learn stuff, but you don't know. You don't really learn most of the stuff you need to know in life.
Yeah, they don't teach you about money or business or being an entrepreneur.
Yeah. In the States, don't they have driving lessons?
Some of them they do. Some of them they do. Watch this guy.
Yeah.
That's what you got to be looking for, the guy coming around on the right, or the person coming around on the right. Left at the next intersection. Left center turning lane.
Oh.
See the road markings?
Yeah.
So it's a left turning lane in the center of the road. lost my Alberta run around town car.
I think it's funny how people put their ends on sideways, so it's like a Z.
Go right.
The roundabouts here are so small.
They're the only two we have in town.
Really? I think there's another one over there somewhere.
Oh, right. We have three. We have three. Straight through.
Yep, I'm in the middle island thingy.
We'll go right at this intersection. Shoulder check as soon as you turn your signal on.
I did.
Did I miss it?
Maybe. You'll see it in the video.
Left at the controlled intersection. Again, not a four-way. It's a two-way.
And I wait
Now
for
this
him.
person has the right of way, yes, because they're going straight through. But they think they're waiting for that person. And don't wave anybody through on a driveway on your test, okay? Just
Okay.
let them figure it out. And then go left again.
It's so hard to miss a left-hand shoulder check because you just do it naturally.
And stay in this lane because we'll make a left at the big intersection again.
Oh, sneaky.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah. We're going left here?
No, at the next one.
Okay.
See the sign?
Oh.
No left turns.
Is that a challenge?
I got a ticket for that once, a long time ago. Some weird job picked up driving a limousine to Toronto from London.
So are you supposed to line yourself up with?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
You just wait until the traffic moves forward. It's all part of social driving, right? Like,
Yeah.
nobody's ever going to do that in real life. Nobody's going to, like, I mean, the odd person will stay back from
Yeah.
and not stop in the intersection, right? But most people wouldn't recognize that as an intersection.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at this intersection, we'll go left. So here, because this is multi-lane, technically you're not blocking the intersection in this lane, right? It's still open for them.
Sweet.
But again, you're too close. You have to stick your head out the sunroof, I think, to see the tires there.
I can see them if I'm just like. Okay. Okay, tilt your head up. I hope there's no pedestrians when, like, during school hours. Because then the test will be. Well, there's not going to be as many, and I think the traffic's not going to be this bad either.
No. Watch this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he pulled straight through there.
We're going to. No.
So now you're going to pull up and put your front steer tires on the front crosswalk line. Front crosswalk line.
Yeah.
Right here. Stop, 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 stop. You don't want to be in the intersection if something goes wrong. Now, because there's so many cars coming, you're probably going to have to turn on the yellow.
Okay.
Okay? So what you do is you sit here, you wait for the light, you wait for the light. When the light goes yellow, then you start moving straight forward in the intersection. When you're absolutely triple, double check, go. These guys are stopping, now you turn. Nice. That's how you do it.
Sweet.
Or if you see your gap coming, then you move forward to meet your gap, right? And then you get a little bit of speed and you can expedite that turn. That's why I said that guy driving the tractor trailer was too deep in the intersection, because it's more important in a bigger vehicle, because then you've got to get that speed going, right?
I always, like, instinctively go into that right lane because that's how I come home. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, so there was noticeably more traffic than any other time we've been outing.
Yeah.
Which was really good, because you learned a valuable lesson at intersections. Track those pedestrians. Where is the pedestrian going?
And then I already knew that, but I'm not very good at picking the streets up.
Those are the real details of driving and learning how to drive for a driver's test.
Yeah.
And that's why, you get a lot of parents who trying to teach their kids how to drive, and it's like, you just, you're not a driving instructor. You got to let the student, take a few driving lessons and get some information, right?
Yeah, it's really valuable.
It was like the first time I tried to teach a guy how to drive truck to pass his truck driver's license. I wasn't a driving instructor.
Oh.
I was a truck driver. This is the way you drive it, mate.
They teach you how to teach.
Oh yeah. Well, and it's an experience thing too.
Yeah.
You get experience. Learn what the driving examiners want, what's expected, requirements and those types of things.
Yeah. So I failed my end test twice today.
You wouldn't fail for the blocking that side street. Now, if you say 25th, say the traffic up Hospital Hill was all backed up, and you drove into the intersection at Hospital Hill, that would be an automatic fail.
Yeah.
Probably blocking a side street like that, 10 points.
But there was the pedestrian, and then there was. What was the other thing you said I failed on? Oh, I think that was it.
That was just the one thing. Just the one thing, when you made the right turn and the pedestrian come running out there. Because the pedestrian had the right of way.
She didn't even look. Yeah.
Well, she didn't even look, right? And that's part of defensive driving, right? Is that you're coming up to the intersection and you're tracking all of the road users at the intersection.
Yeah. I think it's way easier to recognize a face though when they like look at you first.
Yeah.
Because I think we're just naturally built to do that.
Did you want me to come with you tomorrow, or is your aunt going to take you?
Yeah, would it be okay for you?
Yep.
Yeah? Sweet. Thank you. Hey, that kid has a windmill. I'm probably better than him. Just kidding. Just kidding.
That's okay, you can brag. You can brag.
No, they're pretty cool. Not many people in Vernon have them. I think there's 13 people. On the app, you can contact the other users. Or you can set up group rides. That's pretty fun.